Good evening, you're watching Left, Right and Centre. I'm Nitish. On the eve of the last critical phase of polling in Bihar, the BJP puts out ads accusing Lalu Prasad of insulting cows as Nitish's Grand Alliance complains to the Election Commission, which has now taken note. Does this prove that development has not been the real plank of this election campaign? Has this entire campaign, in fact, been more about caste and polarisation?
Ahead of the last round of polling tomorrow, Bihar woke up with these newspaper ads by the BJP, and Nitish and Lalu had a cow. The advertisements rake up the beef controversy, accusing Lalu and the Congress Karnataka Chief Minister Siddaramaiah, who had made statements that insulted cows, while Nitish remained silent. A furious Grand Alliance has complained to the Election Commission.
3 दिन से लगातार जो विज्ञापन छप रहे हैं, वो उनकी बौखलाहट का भी परिचय है और उनकी पराजय का भी परिचय है। लोगों का संविधान से, लोकतंत्र से विश्वास खत्म हो जाएगा अगर निष्पक्ष चुनाव की प्रक्रिया देर से पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज को इंसाफ के रूप में मिली।
अगर कोई मुद्दा आया है तो एक राजनीतिक दल के नाते इसका जवाब देना हमारा कर्तव्य है। अगर वो नहीं लाते तो हम तो मुद्दा नहीं ला रहे थे, मुद्दा तो वो लेकर आए।
By evening, the State Election Commission ordered FIRs against 4 newspapers and the publisher who carried the advertisements. The Central Poll Panel also put a complete ban on any ads by political parties without prior permission. This is the first time that political ads are being censored in India. Earlier, the directive only asked parties to submit a copy of the ads. 57 constituencies, including 24 in the Seemanchal region, will vote on Thursday. That includes a large population of Muslims.
वो तो गलत कर रहे हैं, वोट के लिए ऐसा कर रहे हैं। हिंदू मुसलमान जो एक साथ रहते हैं उसको वो रिडक्शन करना चाहते हैं।
Were the advertisements part of a last-minute BJP strategy to polarize votes, and has the development taken a back seat then in this bitterly fought election? Questions that only voters can answer on the 8th. With Alok Pandey, Sunil Prabhu, NDTV.
Well, joining us on the program tonight from the JDU senior leader and party MP, Mr. K.C. Tyagi, who was at the Election Commission today to complain about the BJP's ad. We have Mr. Jainarayan Vyas, member of the BJP, joining us tonight from Ahmedabad. From Mumbai tonight, we're joined by Mr. Ratan Sharda, well-known RSS ideologue and author, and Mr. Bharat Bhushan, the editor of Catch News, is here in the studio with us. Take my first question to you, Mr. Vyas. You've actually got a rap on the knuckles from the Election Commission now, which has said that now newspapers cannot publish ads by political parties without the Election Commission's nod. So clearly there is a strong disapproval that has come from the EC with regard to the BJP's ads in Bihar.
See, there are so many things. It is not only that this advertisement is perhaps on which the Election Commission has no favorably commented. There are so many issues on the other side also where they have not taken the action or otherwise favorably. So maybe as per the Honorable Election Commission, this particular incidents, according to them, it may not be proper. But you must agree that this is a contentious issue, continuously getting the attention from the other side and being used for creating one or the other kind of issues for raising passions, be it Mr. Lalu Prasad Yadav or be it the personalities like Mr. Siddaramaiah. So this being a contentious issue, it is bound to reflect somewhere in the communication strategy.
But would you concede that communication strategy has backfired? Because by all accounts, this is the first time the Election Commission has stepped in to actually censor advertisements by political parties. So do you think it was a smart move?
Well, we feel fully Election Commission is a constitutionally created authority, and I think one would be absolutely clear in honoring their wishes. But then, you know, we also might have the reasons on our side. So this is the diktat given by the Honorable Election Commission. We'll study and react to it.
But what are the reasons? Because the BJP keeps saying this election is about development, that it is being fought on a development plank. But when people wake up and see advertisements on cows being insulted, what is the issue in this election, Mr. Vyas? Is it development or is it beef or is it cows?
Nitish, if you look at the total span of the election, from time to time, the issues have emerged and they are adequately replied by both the sides through their own communication strategies. So while the development could be occupying the center stage, it is not uncommon that fringe issues, depending upon the happenings during this span, have not cropped up and are not replied. So one swallow doesn't call the summer. If a fringe issue is replied, which has been oftenly raised as a communication strategy by Mr. Lalu Prasad or likes of him, then I think this doesn't say that we have gone away from the developmental plank.
So, I'll take that to KC Tyagi. Mr. Tyagi, what the BJP is saying is that it is responding to comments made by leaders like Lalu Prasad Yadav and the Congress's Siddaramaiah in Karnataka. Do you buy that, or do you see this as deliberately coinciding on the eve of a very crucial campaign and a crucial phase of voting?
निधि जी, व्यास जी फिर चुनाव आयोग को अंगूठा दिखा रहे हैं। 30 अक्टूबर के हमारे प्रतिवेदन के मुकाबले में उन्होंने कहा है, मैं पढ़ता हूं एक लाइन, बोथ द एडवर्टाइजमेंट हैव द पोटेंशियल ऑफ एग्रेवेटिंग द डिफरेंसेस बिटवीन डिफरेंट क्लासेस ऑफ सिटीजन ऑफ इंडिया, नंबर 1, नंबर 2, also creating mutual hatred, ill will and disharmony. किसी रूलिंग पार्टी के खिलाफ मैंने 25-30 सालों में इतनी सख्त टिप्पणी नहीं सुनी जितनी इनके विरुद्ध की गई है, चूंकि वो विज्ञापन समाज में घृणा पैदा करने वाले, पोलराइजिंग थे। और उसके बाद उन्होंने ये भी निर्देश दिए थे चुनाव आयोग को, पटना को, डीएम एसएसपी को और पार्टी के प्रदेश अध्यक्ष को, कि भविष्य में इस तरह की कोई गतिविधि आप नहीं करेंगे। 127 के अंदर मुकदमा दर्ज करेंगे। ना मुकदमा वहां दर्ज हुआ, प्रदेश अध्यक्ष ने फिर जारी किया, उससे भी खराब और विस्फोटक। तो एक तो रूलिंग पार्टी को ये सेंस होना चाहिए, जो मेन स्ट्रीम की पार्टी है, कि ये कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल अथॉरिटी है, इसका जो दिया हुआ डायरेक्टिव है वो बाकायदा बाइंडिंग है हर पॉलिटिकल पार्टी पे। उन्होंने 3 दिन से फिर लगातार पहले से भी ज्यादा सेंसेशनल, पहले से भी ज्यादा डिवाइसिव नेचर के विज्ञापन जारी किए, जिस पर आज आप चुनाव आयोग ने बहुत कड़ा रुख अख्तियार किया है। और उन्होंने अमित शाह जी के उस बयान का भी नोटिस लिया है, जिसमें उन्होंने कहा है कि बिहार में बीजेपी की जीत के बाद हम दिवाली मनाएंगे और दूसरी दिवाली हमारी जीत के बाद वहां पर अगर जनता दल यू का गठबंधन जीतता है तो दिवाली पाकिस्तान में मनेगी। क्या किसी रूलिंग पार्टी के अध्यक्ष को, जो दुनिया की सबसे बड़ी पार्टी का अध्यक्ष होने का दावा करता है, उनके लिए शोभाजनक है अपने देश की जनता के एक बड़े हिस्से के बारे में इस तरह की टिप्पणी करना?
नहीं, तो मैं
इस
ये
पर भी नोटिस जारी हुआ है।
मैं रतन शारदा से पूछना चाहती हूँ कि मिस्टर शारदा, देन व्हाट इज द इशू इन दिस इलेक्शंस? Should we now just stop pretending that this election was about development? Was it really?
Well, the election started on very positive and development note. Both Mr. Modi and Nitish Kumar took it on as a competitive development politics. Then Lalu drops into the scene. I would say, to paraphrase the song, "Who brought the cow home?" This gentleman derided the reverence of Hindus about cow. He talked about eating cow meat. He never had the guts to say same thing about pork. I don't want to compare pork with cow because they're different issues, but why these seculars create this kind of divide? So when you deride the reverence of Hindus about cow and make fun of it, you don't expect any retaliation from the community or from the leaders. He is the person who knows that cow slaughter is banned long back in Bihar. He instigates people to eat cow. That means he's breaking law. A leader, a convicted leader, even if he's a convicted leader, has no right to break laws, instigate people about laws to be broken when he knows it's against law to slaughter cows. So if they behave like this, they don't expect to be paid back in the same coin. So this election of such a long period of 1.5 months, 2 months, when you have this kind of elections, somewhere somebody is going to slip up. It's a competitive politics. Electoral sloganeering will not be taken as a serious issue when the election ends. But fact remains that Lalu and company have actually brought this. Continuously his effort was to bring caste into politics because he knew without caste he cannot win. In spite of young people rebuffing him, he went on talking about caste. Is that not dividing the society? Is it not dividing society when you talk of, bring out cow meat and all that into the scenario? Continuously effort has happened. They are afraid when MM comes to picture, but they are friends of MM all over India. So this every party has been censored by election board.
But I
Rightly
want to
so.
understand why should
Everybody
a
has to have
political party
restraint,
then take
but
out
then
ads?
electoral
If you're-
politics.
if
What
you're
is the difference
spending
between
money on
advertisement
advertising,
and
if a political
what is the
party is spending
difference
money on
between a
advertising,
time in an advertisement in a
is this
newspaper
the biggest
on
issue in
what you
Bihar?
speak on the TV?
No, but is this the
A
biggest
speech
issue
on
in
the
Bihar?
TV is equally an advertisement as compared to newspaper ad. What is the difference?
And so this is the biggest issue in Bihar, a comment that
They have
Lalu
created
Prasad
it.
Yadav made weeks ago.
Lalu wanted to
On
derail the
eve of
development
an
agenda
election,
because he could not fight
in a
on
very
development.
crucial phase.
He was the one who actually brought Bihar down on 15 years of misrule. He wanted to lead the election campaign and put the Nitish campaign on the side. So he brought this all cow and all caste issues onto the platform. So he's the person who is responsible for bringing down this debate to this level.
Okay, so Bharat Bhushan, what is the strategy then behind this? If the idea is to make beef and the
tell
cow
me,
the
what is
central
the
theme?
problem of talking about Pakistan or China in the election? How do you make that Muslims are equal to Pakistan? It's shameful statement by Mr. Tyagi. How
But
can
I
you say
give
that
Mr. Tyagi a chance to
challenging
respond to
Pakistan
that.
becomes challenging Muslims?
Mr.
It's
Tyagi
utmost
will-
disregard for sentiments of Muslims.
I will
They
give
have
Mr.
no
Tyagi a
sentiment for
chance to
Muslim
respond to that,
patriotism.
but let me ask Mr. Bhushan his analysis, because you've been to Bihar as well in this election. What's the thinking behind this? Why make this the central theme?
Well, you see, first of all, it shows the desperation of the BJP. Everybody says it's a close contest. Maybe the BJP thinks that it's not a close contest, maybe the other side is doing better. So by hook or by crook, they want to win this election. Why do they want to do it? For two reasons. One, they have to restore Narendra Modi's image as an election icon, a guy who wins them elections, because there's so many other elections coming. Delhi, they were wiped out completely. If they lose in Bihar, his image as somebody who can win elections, bring the party to power, goes. Secondly, Amit Shah has to restore his image as a great election manager. He's supposed to be somebody who micromanages elections. If he fails, it shows that he's not that good. Delhi he failed, Bihar he'll fail again. In this election, what they did was they began with Chai Pe Charcha and development. Second phase, for every phase they fashioned a new strategy. Second phase they came down to Gai Pe Charcha from Chai Pe Charcha. Third phase they realized beef is not working, Yaduvanshi business is not working. Went back to attacking Nitish and Jungle Raj. In the last phase they've again come back to the cow. BJP works with what I would call dog whistle politics. Only the right kind of people are able to hear it. When they talk about Pakistan, they are the ones who are actually equating Muslims with Pakistan. When they talk about protecting the cow, they are the ones who are blowing this dog whistle so that their supporters get consolidated.
No, Mr. Bhushan, that is it is in your mind.
So basically, I can only speak what is in my mind. You speak what is in your mind. So I'm saying that this divisive politics is deliberate and it is done in a manner they sail too close to the wind. And this is the kind of thing they do. They want to test the law. They want to see whether the election commission will interfere, not interfere. The damage is already done, or so they think, that consolidation is taking place. I just hope the people of Bihar are wiser than most of us, that they don't go for this kind of communal polarization and they don't listen to the dog whistle that the BJP election managers are blowing again and again.
An important point you made, that you believe it's a sign of desperate tactics by the BJP. Mr. Vyas, do you want to respond to that?
Mr. Bhushan brings out, Nitish, just a moment.
Okay, Mr. Chadha,
Mr. Bhushan brings out the policy of desperation. Was Nitish not desperate to win the election to tie up with a convict like Lalu? Was that not desperation? The one whom he put into jail, he ties up with Lalu and goes ahead and in election. Is he not desperate? So desperation will be on both sides. It's an eagerness to win. It should not be called desperation.
Eagerness
so your
to
side,
win,
when secular lobby does it, it's a strategy.
Eagerness
when BJP
to win
does it,
should
it's
not.
Desperation. What
Eagerness
kind of
to win
argument,
should
Mr.
not
Bhushan, from a
let
senior
the
journalist
Prime
like you?
Minister of this country stoop to the level of dividing the people of this country. You expect the Prime Minister of India, you expect a mainstream political party like BJP,
CM
which
can
is
do it,
emerging
Lalu can do
politically,
it.
which is emerging
Okay, so CM
in a big
can
way
do
in the
it, Lalu
country,
can do it.
to
You
behave
deride
in a
Modi
responsible
all
fashion.
through.
He
Mr.
is
Bhushan,
not
you deride Modi
that
all
the Prime
through.
Minister should equate
Secular
himself to
lobby
Lalu
insults
Prasad
Modi all
Yadav is,
through,
I think,
but he should not speak up.